This week on Cartoon Dumpster Dive, we cover the movie Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Tis the season, Joel.
Tis a season indeed.
For vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant for Christmas, but you're not wrong there.
No. Too much eggnog, not enough foresight, and you too could accidentally kill someone's grandma. We're going to talk about the movie where she isn't murdered by Santa. But we've all listened to the song against our wills when we're in a mall or shopping for a loved one at Christmas. This bitch dies in this song.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she dead in the song.
She got drunk. She was off her meds and Santa fucking killed her.
And all the family just didn't bat an eye and carried on with their life.
Grandpa has apparently been waiting for her. In the song, Grandpa has been waiting for her to die for a very long time because he cracked open a beer and chilled with Cousin Mel watching football.
I think Grandpa actually flushed her medication down the toilet.
Probably. I mean, it's like, a lot of them begged him not to go. The family begged her not to go. And then, like, when she does get mowed over and becomes a grease stain in the snow, the only thing they're like, well, should we send your presents back? Like, it's like, that's it? You're just wondering if you kept the receipts of this? So how do you feel about this? I would say more modern day Christmas song.
Okay, so I don't know if you get this, but let me just say it. I feel like this is the redneck Christmas song.
Is it? I could see it.
I don't know why, but growing up as a kid, every time I heard this song, I was just like, oh, so this is just a Christmas song that was made for rednecks.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I don't know why, but I've always just like, this is it.
It's because the guy who sings it has a country accent. Because how many country songs do we know that are about Christmas?
Well, I think it's also what they're singing about. Like, okay, first off, they're talking about how Grandma got too drunk off of eggnog, wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
gets killed by not a coal, but a deer, form of deer. And Grandpa, instead of just being sad, he cracks a cold one and just goes back to watching football.
In the song, they never flat out say it was Santa Claus's reindeer. Grandma just got ran over by a reindeer. Now, you may not believe in Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, well, we believe. So that because that's how the song goes.
Yeah. I
kind of William Shatnered it there, but
but that's how I've always felt about this song. So
yeah, I can
what about
see that.
you? How do you feel?
I mean, it's definitely it was a nice change of pace when it first came out because you're like, oh, that's pretty funny, and you're how many times can you listen to the same Christmas songs? And yeah, this is pretty on brand for us. I think it was last year we covered the other Christmas movie based off of a song, All I Want for Christmas Is You with Mariah Carey.
Terrible.
You know what? Oh. This one ain't that much better.
It's better than that one.
Okay, I'll give you that. It is better than that one, but that is not much. That is not an insanely huge bar to get over.
The only reason this one is better is because it's not Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah, there's not much to it. So Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. After a while, it just became another Christmas song. That's so. I feel like that's the best you can do when you make a Christmas song. Is like it's either because you know you're going to get played no matter
Yeah.
what. You're going to get
Oh,
played
yeah.
on the radio. So you can either be, oh, this is a nice change of pace, and then you won't ever be really remembered positively. You'll just go, oh, okay, it's just another Christmas song now. That's the best you can do as a Christmas song. It's just be another Christmas song.
Yeah. How do you feel about Christmas music? You like it? You hate it?
It's
You
fine.
tired of it?
So now that you and I used to work in a grocery store, and now that that's not a part of my life, I feel like I can handle Christmas music a little better. But I feel like those in the retail business who viscerally hate Christmas music, I definitely sympathize because I was there. You know, it's like it starts in November and I feel like it doesn't stop till January. And like they play like 6 Christmas songs.
Yeah.
But it's just
the same
different
6.
versions of that Christmas song. It's like covers. Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I'm
Favorite
dreaming
generic
of
one.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Okay.
I'm dreaming of a white. Maybe because I really never had a white Christmas, so maybe that's why.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
I would say I would say Rudolph. I like Rudolph.
It's a good one. It's a good classic one.
Maybe Run Rudolph is another good one.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah.
But even then, it's just another Christmas song. Even if it's your favorite, as far as like top, it would be like 100 on my top 100. And I don't even think I could name 100 songs, but I know that one's last.
I'll tell you, I've got 2 that I just absolutely despise.
Okay, I feel like I could guess one is All I Want for Christmas Is You.
No.
Really?
It's the hippopotamus one.
Okay.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Terrible. Hate it.
Okay.
The other one is the dogs barking Jingle Bells.
Okay. I didn't know that was a song that played.
Maybe it's only around here.
Yeah.
But I am one of those people. I will still listen to the local radio stations, especially 98.9, because they play all those Christmas songs.
Okay.
And there is a song that is just dogs barking that they've collaged together to make it sound like Jingle Bells.
That sounds horrendous.
Why someone thought this was a good idea,
right?
But it's being played on the radio. So, I mean,
people love dogs. People love Christmas.
Some people like good
never
music.
Shed the unholy matrimony of the two connect. Yeah. So, how did this get made, Joel? How did we get the animated feature? Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
I mean, I wish there was more to this than just they wanted to make a Christmas special and just pick this song out of nothing. Like that's it. There's really not any depth to this story than just production company wanted to make a Christmas movie, and that's what they did. It was first released on home video, and then this movie started airing on first the WB, and then it continued to air on like the CW, then went on to AMC, then Cartoon Network, and so on and so on. So they just saturated the market with this. Originally released in 2000, October 31st, 2000, based off of the song that we've been talking about. So I've got some information on the song if you want to hear it.
Let's hear about the song.
It might kind of
This
paint
isn't
the
that
picture.
new. It's 1979. I thought it was I feel like I didn't hear it until way later on the radio.
You thought it was like a Rudolph, like real old.
No, I thought it was more. I thought it was more modern. I thought this song came out in like 90.
Oh yeah, no,
Because I feel like I didn't hear it until way later. But continue.
I know what you mean. So this song, it was written by Randy Brooks. The song was originally performed by Elmo Seraphsfield. In 1979,
I think
it
that's
was at
Shropshire.
Shropshire. Sorry. Yeah, I said Sphere, didn't I? Yeah, Shropshire. It was originally performed under their like brand band called Elmo and Patsy.
Okay.
So the story goes that Randy Brooks wrote this song after he basically watched his uncle, who was a comedian guy named Foster Brooks. He watched his uncle, get drunk and kind of act a fool. So he ends up writing this song. He then plays it for Elmo and Patsy and convinces them to basically take the song, sing it under their brand. And from there, kind of the rest is history. We know this song.
Was that the uncle's act? Is to just get drunk? I could see it. Yeah. I could see it that being the act back in the day. Like
that was his act.
I'm a stand-up comedian. What do you do? I get fucking wasted. Just kind of do whatever. Wasted. Honey, grab your coat. Bring the kids. We're all gonna watch that drunk man. Oh boy.
So this is where it gets kind of confusing. So the publishing rights to the song, Patsy's parents, who had the established group, the Southern Gospel, who were big in the Southern Gospel industry, they had the publishing rights to the record, and they would pay Brooks royalties off of that. Elmo would own the master recording and handle distribution.
Okay.
Elmo went on an aggressive marketing campaign to promote the song with his basically second wife, because him and Patsy did not last. They ended up getting a divorce.
Shame.
But when he found
all
his
that Christmas gold record money,
I know, right?
Corrupts you.
It will. I mean,
quite literally the opposite of Christmas cheer, Christmas gold.
I wonder if after they got a divorce, if they were still in the Southern Gospel industry.
He got caught. He got caught with his nose in the snow too many a times.
You know what I mean?
What I mean.
That snow nose.
He was hanging out with Jeezy the Snowman, not Frosty the Snowman. For those of you who were alive and able to get that reference, my hat's off to you.
So
I'm not going to explain Jeezy the Snowman. Just look it up.
He went on a aggressive marketing campaign to really get this song, honestly, to where it's at today. If it wasn't for Elmo's determination to just really make this something big.
Sorry. To what this song is today is on the radio at Christmas. Dude, a very shitty 2000s film. That's the best this aggressive marketing campaign could muster.
Hey, we're talking about it 50 years later, aren't we?
I guess you're right. That's it's just so fucking funny. It's like, yeah, I put blood, sweat, and tears into this to be on the radio at the mall between post Thanksgiving and some points around the 31st of December.
I mean, he really didn't shoot for the stars, let me tell you.
Yeah, no,
He kind of just shot for like, hey, I just want to be on like the 100th floor of some building.
That's true. I mean, I guess he knew he had expectations. Like, you know, he knew his song was not going to revolutionize the Christmas game, but
No.
he got on the board, and I suppose that's all that matters when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. You can write, no matter how bad it is, you got one song that's like a one-hit wonder, which, let's be honest, this song, I mean, even though it's just a holiday song, it is kind of a wonder. People were still listening to it. But he was able to get it accomplished. This song just kind of became a holiday, tradition. It's always being heard on the radio even today. And then really, 30 years later, it was actually Phil Roman, who is the owner of Phil Roman Entertainment, or the Roman Entertainment Group. He was the one that actually did the production for this. Very cheap, by the way. This thing did not have a massive budget.
No.
I know, surprise, right? Straight to home DVD release. I did think it was cool. I know you're probably going to mention it, but before you get into the voice actors, I did think it was cool that they did bring Elmo back.
Yeah, I did too. Phil Roman has also done several Peanuts and Garfield seasonal specials. So he has expertise in the Christmas market.
Yep. But Andrew, that's it really with the creation. Not too much there. But hit us with the voice actors.
All right, so the voice cast for Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is Elmo that is a tough one.
It is.
Shropshire is the narrator and Grandpa. Michelle Lee is Cousin Mel. Susan Blue is Grandma. Alex Duduk is Jake. Jim Stala is Santa Claus. And Kathleen Barr is Mrs. Claus, female officer. I am Slime. And Rita.
All right. Rita.
Not Rita Repulsa. So for their other works, Elmo Shropshire. Sorry, Elmo, if you're still among us. He did the soundtrack for The Good Place, or it was The Good Place does play Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. So
right.
He gets a credit. He gets a credit there. Michelle Lee is Karen McKenzie in Knots Landing.
Okay.
Television series. Susan Blue is the voice director for Lost in Oz TV series. Alex Duduk is Kaioku in Inuyasha, the English dub. Jim Stahl is Bud Scheckler in Spies Like Us. I don't know if you ever saw that, but that's a good movie. Kathleen Barr is Wheezy in Dragon Tales and Everybody's Crush, Dot Matrix in Reboot.
Ooh.
And there you go. There you have it. There's the cast.
Oh.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you find Santa Claus's voice actor to be oddly Jewish?
Yes.
He was like, "Oy vey, these kids with the with the gifts." And I was like, why do we have vaguely Jewish?
That doesn't make any sense.
Was it inspired by Jesus Christ being Jewish? Technically?
It's
not technically. He is Jewish. But then he's Saint Nick.
Do you want my non-political correct answer?
Of why Santa Claus sounded Jewish?
Yes.
Sure, let's hear it.
It might be super offensive, but here we go. Buckle in.
Okay.
maybe he's Jewish because Christmas is a very consumer marketing holiday, right? You just buy a bunch of gifts, you give money to the corporations.
Okay.
So it kind of makes sense that Santa would be Jewish.
Oh, okay. So this is like a deep state thing?
Exactly.
You're right, Joel. That was politically incorrect. Anywho.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'll be here all holiday, guys.
It's our movie follows Jake Spankenheimer, whose grandmother owns a general store in the creatively named town of Cityville. She is the only property not owned by Austin Bucks, the wealthiest man in town, and the CEO of Own All Corp. Cool. And Grandma is like, she's really sweet. She's like, if you can't afford it, she has a credit system, and
she's a sweet grandma.
She's a sweet grandma who makes apparently good fruitcake.
Yeah.
And, she reads to the kids and stuff like that. And old Austin Bucks she is the last piece of property that he needs to buy so he basically would own all of Cityville. It would be like that one town in, I think, Ohio is it Ohio? It might be Oklahoma. Anyway, it's an entire town owned by Bruce Willis. I can't, just Google Bruce Willis owns a town. There's a whole podcast series about it. It's amazing.
I do love how in the movie when they show Grandma's little shop, it is literally just like a little 2-story home Christmas shop surrounded by massive skyscrapers.
It reminded me of that scene in Up with what's his name? The old guy's house. It was the same thing. It's just this tiny little cottage between two skyscrapers. That's always such a good look. And they don't, this movie is only 50 minutes, less than an hour, so they don't waste really any time. They do introduce everybody. That's kind of important, except for Santa Claus. He comes later. But it's Jake, Doofus, the dog. His mom and dad play a little bit of a part, but not that much. Jake's sister, and then Cousin Mel. Cousin Mel's a bitch.
Cousin Mel is a bitch.
Like, she's just like, she only cares about money. And it's weird because it's like, where is the rest of Cousin Mel's family?
I don't know. Like, from the song, I always imagine.
From the song, Cousin Mel sounds like a dude.
Exactly. So I was surprised that but I get it. They had to make a movie from this song, so they had to add some characters to it.
It really sounded like Cousin Mel unhealthily helps Grandpa in the song get over his wife, because it's like, hey man, I know Grandma, she got ran over by that reindeer and is still bleeding out in the snow, but how about we crack a cold one and watch this game? And then he's like, you know what, Mel? That sounds like a good idea. That's the song version. And this one, it's like, I hope Grandma is dead so I can sell her business and become a millionaire.
She a gold digger, man. She ain't messing with the no broke.
All right.
Yep. But
so anyway, this is where we one of the things that Mel does before Grandma's making a fruitcake, and then Mel sabotages it with some secret ingredient, and this is where the song takes place.
I love this part.
Because they play this, like, Grandma's like, I gotta go. I can't remember why she has to leave. Oh,
she was going to take, like, I think cookies or food to, like...
That's right. She was going to take cookies to the impoverished kids or whatever. Yep. And then she also realized that her medication was at the store.
Well, they hit her with, you've been drinking too much eggnog and you're out of medication.
But her medication is about the eggnog. So she drinks eggnog, but it's because the medication is for she's allergic to eggs.
So stupid.
And so they're like, and we begged her not to go. Please don't go.
Oh, it's so cheesy, but so
Yeah,
good.
they play out the entire song, and then Grandma gets nailed by the sled. Like, she should definitely have more than just amnesia with the way they animate her getting fucking annihilated.
She should have a few broken
thing.
ribs.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume the wrist from trying to guard the impact is probably shattered. I mean, she should be in like a full body cast for months.
What's great is, so Jake sees it. He's like, Mom, Dad, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. And it's like, I saw Santa Claus. And it's like, they're like, Grandpa saw. And they're like, all right, Pop, did you see anything? He goes, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was watching Grandma get annihilated by that reindeer.
So hilarious.
And then yeah, Grandpa has a lot of pretty funny lines in this movie. He might be the only one who does.
Yeah.
So Grandma is confirmed missing for 9 months. So, because her body was never found. One thing I did find interesting, they go to the scene of the crime in the morning, and her medication is there. She left for the medication. Maybe she just forgot.
It was I think it was an empty bottle.
Ah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, because even before she left, she pulled out an empty bottle to indicate.
That's right. Plot hole solved. Although there is, Santa left a note, which made me think of Arrested Development. It's like,
you always leave a note.
Always leave a note. And so Mel takes it, that crafty whore. And so now she's confirmed missing and nobody can find her. And so she's like, okay, now that and instead of really helping the family look for her grandma, the first thing she does is she's like, now I can sell the business.
Make
and
money.
So I can go to Austin Bucks. And he goes, well, she's like, I got the deed to the store right here. And he goes, well, your name's not on it. And so she basically tricks Grandpa into signing away his, what is it called?
His ownership.
No, the attorney thing. What is that called? It's like something attorney.
Oh, power of attorney.
Power of attorney. That's it. I was like,
POA.
How to? Yeah. And so but first she's like, he sings the song because she's like, you need to sign it. He goes, sing? And she goes, no, sign. He goes, I'd rather sing. And he sings a song about basically how he's accepted that Grandma has died because she's hanging out with Elvis. And you're like, this is really a bummer. This old man is just sad. And so
I think he made peace with Grandma dying a long time ago. How quickly he was able to crack that deal. And just,
yeah, that's true. In the song, he was over her in an instant. At least this one, he seems a little sadder. Like, she's in a better place.
She had a good run.
And we then learn Jake emails Santa, which Santa's email address is SantaClaus@SantaIsReal.com.
That's
which wouldn't you know it, happens to be
his email.
His email. So they're like, this is whose grandma this is. Let's bring him over. And they go over there, and she's got amnesia from the accident. And Santa had no idea who she was, and he explains the situation, and Santa's like, Oy vey, we gotta help this little mensch and get down to Cityville right away. And that might not be a direct quote.
Hey, Goy.
So they're about to make the deal. And that's when you learn the lawyer I am Slime, and there's like, well, if Santa is real, and that's where she is, because they kidnap her again. And they're like, we're going to sue Santa Claus for sleigh slaughter or sleigh negligence. And for
sleigh man, what's vehicular manslaughter? So sleigh
slaughter. Yeah.
Manslaughter? I don't
Something like that. They do a much better pun than what we're trying to fuck around. Oh, slahicular.
There you go.
Slahicular negligence.
Oh, Santa Claus. So that's a big one.
Yeah. And they feel like they can sue Santa Claus for billions of dollars because they think he spends money to make the toys rather than Christmas magic.
Or enslaving elves.
And so another 3 months later, so now we're back at Christmas, Daphne suspects that Cousin Mel may be involved in Grandma's second disappearance.
Ooh.
And they rescue Grandma and find Santa's letter explaining everything that happened and that Cousin Mel had found it on the site of the accident. And also Cousin Mel is the one who tampered with the fruitcake to make the reindeers go nuts. Fruitcake is actually a very big part of this story because that's how Grandma gets her memory back. And finally, Santa's on the stand and confronted with the evidence that it was basically all Cousin Mel's fault. She is arrested for obstruction of justice and almost ruining Christmas just for Citiesville, though. Because when Grandma went missing, it was like all of Cityville was like, fucking Christmas isn't even worth it anymore without that old bird walking the streets. This unnamed grandmother.
She's everybody's grandma.
She's everyone's grandma.
Yep.
She's like Eve of Adam and Eve, but she's their grandma. That's how much of everyone's grandma she is.
She begot them, and they begot other kids.
And so Austin is so moved by how much the family cares about the business, he offers to franchise Grandma's store throughout the county, and then she accidentally opens up the reindeer attracting fruitcake, and then she gets ran over again, but in the courthouse. So at the very least, they don't lose her. The song is played. I don't know what the lesson is other than if you got a piece of shit cousin, sniff him out quick.
Yeah.
Do you have a piece of shit cousin?
Yeah. I think everybody's got those cousins that, maybe down on their luck. I don't know if I've got a cousin.
No. I'm not talking like a down on your luck cousin, because that doesn't necessarily mean you are a piece of shit. You're just going through a tough time. I'm talking when the cousin comes around, you're like, oh, fuck.
I'm gonna say I do, but I don't think I ever met those cousins. Let me put it like that.
My family is so small with the cousin department that it's like, I don't think I have one. All of them are pretty all right.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah, like, I'll put it like this. The cousins on my mom's side of the family, because I've met all of them, they're all right. Everybody got the, they might have their little quirks about them, but deep down, they're just good people. On my dad's side, though, he's told me some stories about some of his cousins.
Okay, so you've got legends of pieces of shit.
There you
cousins.
go.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, I believe it's time for your new reoccurring segment, Reviews That Taste Like Delicious Fruitcake and Reviews That Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
So, Andrew, it might come as a surprise to you, but this is sitting on a 4.6 out of 10.
Well, it had a budget of nothing, and it's like, it's kind of it's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit with this. Just, I don't know. It's a weird song to make into a movie, I would say.
Yeah. So this is a 1 out of 10 review. And It's just so hilarious. It's titled Movie Bad, Cousin Hot.
Oh, all right.
This movie makes me not want kids, so they would never have to see this four-fingered, fruitcake tasting, Ace Attorney courtroom drama abomination of a Christmas movie.
Oh, wow.
Cousin's Hot, though. That's it. I want you to know this review has 23 upvotes and 19 downvotes, basically.
Hey, you know what? I'll throw my hat in the ring. You know, she was drawn well. She was drawn well.
She was. All right. And this is a 10 out of 10, titled So Amazing. I grew up on Cartoon Network, and this movie, my siblings and I would watch it almost every week, if not every day. It's so cheesy and silly. It's great for anyone young and young at heart.
Oh, that's not true. Anyway, you got any closing thoughts on this?
If you want to watch a cheesy kids Christmas movie, go for it.
If you're looking for a Christmas movie marathon with the kids, you could add this one just to see, but I don't. This definitely isn't the main feature.
It is. It's definitely on the bottom of the list of the movie marathon. It would be one of those movies after I've watched all the classics.
Yeah.
And if I'm just so bored, then I might turn this
if
on.
you liked this as a kid and you rewatched it, nostalgia is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting. I'll tell you that damn much.
It will.
But Joel, I believe that wraps up Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
If you would like to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have the $5 tier that gets you $5 deer. It'll run over you at Christmas Eve. You get stickers and pins mailed to your door, access to bonus episodes, and episodes with extended audio. We have a website, cartoondumpsterdive.com. There you can go to our store, buy yourself a shirt or a shirt for someone for Christmas. I don't know why you would do that, but you could do it. We are Cartoon DD on X. We are Cartoon Dumpster Dive on all other social media platforms. And as always, thank you for a review. Producers say it doesn't help the algorithm, but as for me and Joel, we believe. Have a great rest of your week.
See ya. How do I know this is actually elk? You know, they could have just grabbed any kind of meat, slapped, called it elk so they could slap a $70 price tag.
I feel the same way about organic things.
This has been a Lug Hole Podcast.